Winston Churchill said the destiny of man is not measured by material computations. When great forces are on the move in the world, we learn we're spirits, not animals. And he said there's something going on in time and space and beyond time and space, which, whether we like it or not, spells duty. You and I have a rendezvous with the professor.
Wrestling.
And we are rolling. How are you doing, Dave?
I'm doing good. How are you doing, Dorrian?
I cannot complain. It's a wonderful Sunday before Labor Day.
Yes, and it feels like things are kind of normal in a weird sense.
We have a rotation. We have a schedule, so that's pretty important.
So, yeah, and we're getting back to seeing wrestling events.
So we got to love it.
We do. I do. I don't know about you.
I do.
I just wish we could sit in a Taco Bell and eat.
Yeah, it's impossible, and we've gone to multiple Taco Bells to try it.
We had to kind of got shut down last week, but we'll talk about that when we talk about Continental.
That is true. We are the Professors of Wrestling, and we want to be Taco Bell famous, so subscribe to the YouTube page. We are working on new content. Like the Facebook page. Let us know what you think and provide us with feedback and suggestions. Follow us on Instagram at the Professors of Wrestling. Share it all. Spread the word. Join the discussion because we want to be a community.
Yes, we do. And I want to thank everybody who's been commenting on that. I think like what the Mayor Wrestle and Landon had birthdays.
They did, and it was great to see everyone wish them a happy birthday and go through that. So
you know who's got a birthday also coming up?
Who?
Diamond Duke.
Really?
I'm interested to see what you how you're going to celebrate. How we want to announce that one.
I'll probably go to the Crackle Barrel.
Oh yeah.
It feels like that's where coal miners hang out.
Wow, harsh. But I think that angle, that whole thing is heating up. There's some heat. We'll talk about today about that. Do you want to talk about what CCW does? Continental Championship Wrestling is coming up there.
I got you. Continental Championship Wrestling will be holding open tryouts. No, that's not November. That is September 25th, 2021 in Jacksonville.
Words are hard.
They are. At the Stomping Ground Studios. Registration is only $25, and one lucky participant will win a full tuition for their training at Top Rope Wrestling Academy. To register, please email them at customerservice@cccwrestling.biz, and we'll be sure to throw that in so people can find that.
And drop a link, as the kids say.
Yeah.
All right, I'm making a note here that we need to talk to you off camera.
Me?
Yeah, about that. But that's a whole other thing. All right. So, Diamond Duke. Here's some news. We got some heat. More like you have some heat.
It's so unfortunate.
For some comments you made on the last show. And Duke said, did not take that comment lightly or just brush it off. In fact, Dorrian, I think, needs to get a jacket like that announcer guy, and we think he's talking about Donnie.
Oh, I wish. I mean, Donnie has some pretty nice jackets.
He's a flashy dresser.
Make sure you check out the interview to figure out where Donnie gets his jackets from.
That's a good one. That's a good one. Have we ever seen Donnie wear the same outfit twice?
No.
Good. I was just thinking about that today. Anyway, so what's with the comment? I wear custom-made Armani jacket with $1,000 Dolce & Gabbana jeans to a wrestling show in Valdosta. I will never break out the good stuff for simpletons. My Doc Martens could feed a family of 4 for a month. This is not a gimmick. Another thing. Dorrian made this comment about Chris O'Connor that he doesn't belong in the ring. Here's watch your mouth, Dorrian! Exclamation point.
Oh, wow.
Chris will make his debut when I'm ready for him to make his debut. The last thing, there is one more belt in Spinebuster that will look good around Wyatt's waist. It'll be coming up. It will be coming home to the Diamond Club. Coal Miners Club, my ass! Exclamation point. At least he doesn't go a little bit crazy with the exclamation points in that message he sent us. I can appreciate that. The one gets the point across. It's people like Dorrian and Shotgun Charlie Walker that makes me sick even to drive through Valdosta. What do you have to say to that?
I'm in good company as long as I get mentioned with Shotgun Charlie Walker. I think the other thing that you look at is he mentions Chris O'Connor.
Yeah.
Now, you know me more than anything. I was giving you the stats this week. We have over 1 terabyte worth of wrestling footage.
Right.
we can bring it back to the Lean Ox Festival when Diamond Duke was pushed over
Oh, in the Battle Royale.
in the Battle Royale. And guess who was with him? Chris O'Connor.
Not having his back.
Not having his back. It's before the Diamond Club was formed, but we got to see him wrestle.
Yeah.
But we'll keep it more current, and that's the footage I'll show you where the Diamond Club was basically obliterated.
Are you saying as a professor of wrestling, you did your homework?
I did. I mean, it's pretty easy when you have over a terabyte worth of footage.
Yes.
So keep it up, Coal Miners Club, and we can't wait for you all to one day get a belt, and we'll just move it all the way out.
Should they do a coal miner's glove on a stick match, like throwback old school?
What does that one look like?
You've never seen those? Like old one where you would put the coal miner's glove on the stick, and whoever grabs it could use it as a weapon.
Nah, I haven't seen that.
I'll send you a link.
That's definitely gonna be some extra credit this week.
Yes, on there. Maybe we should do an extra credit episode where we just commentate on a old old NWA or an old AWA or sometimes Continental or mids. I think mids every one of those promotions in the 70s, 80s did some sort of coal miners. I know like Dusty Rhodes did an episode. So we should do an extra credit one on that.
Sounds good.
This we got a sponsor.
This week's sponsor is Ben Owens.
Yes.
Hi, this is Dave from the Professors of Wrestling. I'm at 1803 Plum Street, home of Ben Owens Music, where they've got basses, electric guitars, acoustic guitars, violins, keyboards, guitar pedals, amps, instrument repair, guitar, drum, and piano lessons. Learn from the experts. Ben Owens Music, Valdosta's music store.
And we're back. So we have some talking points. This one comes from the Mayor Russell. He wants to thank everybody for the birthday wishes. And also coming up at SWA, the new wave American champion, Ryan James, the Southern Assassin, doesn't have an opponent. It's tough.
Yeah.
I feel like the Kings of Hollywood maybe will change that.
Yeah.
We'll see.
We'll see. I think Pavo's got something coming up here later in the month of September.
Which brings us, it could take us right definitely into promotions.
Yes. So Gridiron is coming September 18th at Pavo at the Peacock Center.
Yes.
And again, we don't know who Ryan James is. The card's still a little bit up in the air, but I was looking through their social media. It looks like Nightmare Syndicate may be back together.
Well, are they?
I think so. I mean, according to the picture, maybe it's a throwback. Maybe it's a lot of throwbacks. A little confusing.
Gotcha.
I think, what does they say? Always cards subject to change, but they've been throwing a lot of throwback promo pictures up there, so maybe I misread that one.
A lot of throwback pictures.
So we will see if we find anything out. We'll post it up on our social media, what's going on at the Peacock Center, but also on October 2nd, Baker County Bad Moon Rising is occurring. So those are the two big events coming up for SWA. Is September 18th at the Peacock Center in Pavo. Great nachos.
Great nachos. Excellent time.
And card is to be announced.
Yes, it will.
And then followed by October 2nd, Bad Moon Rising in Baker County.
Georgia Independent Professional Wrestling.
Yes.
September 12th at the VFW Post 6605.
And we're going to this one.
We're going to this one. Surprise.
And this is like we were supposed to go a year and a half ago.
Sure.
Close to 2 years ago, and
Yeah.
then it got COVIDed out.
Doors open at 4, bell at 5. This one goes Whitsley, and excuse the names, versus Eric Silva. Transcendent versus Divine Intervention. Aaron Black versus Vanderbilt. Austin Towers versus Sean Montana. Bryce Cannon versus Mr. Wright. Chalance's public apology to Rain Rivers. That'll be interesting.
Yeah.
And then Renegade Enforcer versus Skrilla. This is like huge news, Dave.
Yeah. Okay. Well, I just marked the 3 matches that I'm looking the most forward to see on that card. And I just want to tell you that's not the card. That's not the order of the card out there. Want to see what Bryce Cannon's been up to.
Okay.
He's been pretty loud on the social media. Transcendent, which I think we were kind of seeing where he was at when we were going up there regularly, or when we were able to attend. Let me just say regularly is not the right word. And then Renegade Enforcer versus Skrilla, because I believe they used to be
a team.
Yeah.
Or, he was the Enforcer.
An alliance.
Yeah.
An alliance. So those are the 3. Not to say those other matches are not going to be good, but those are the 3 that piqued my interest the most. What about you?
Austin Towers versus Sean Montana. Bryce Cannon versus Mr. Wright.
Mm-hmm.
And then Renegade Enforcer versus Skrilla, because this is like the shoes on the other foot. The Enforcer is the champion last time I checked.
Yeah.
And now Skrilla is working his way back up. So it'll be interesting to see how he handles it.
We will see.
That's at the VFW Post 6605.
Yep.
1011 Quarter Road in Warner Robins, Georgia.
Yes.
So we'll give you that we'll give you the flyer, and hopefully we hope to see you there.
Yes. Also, we need to I got to read this one here. So give me a second here. This is also a fundraiser for I guess I'm looking at the flyer here. There was a hit and run due to a motorcycle accident, and obviously hospitals are not cheap, expensive. So all proceeds from the event on September 12th, will be donated to Anthony and Alicia to help with their medical bills. A donation jar will be set up at the VFW if you prefer not to attend the event. So this is, I think, when we talk about we need to support each other and family, these are the cool things that we've gone to like a benefit before for SWA. And these things, and these are the great things about these independent promotions. They get overlooked is how they help back with the communities. They pay back the communities that they work within. So I'm excited to go that and excited to help out with the benefit, and also get to see a great night of wrestling.
Same here. So can't wait for it. September 12th is right around the corner. So
You think the sweeper is going to be reffing?
I think hopefully the sweeper is like a surprise wrestler, but that's just me.
Okay.
That's just me, hoping and wishing.
All right. Which brings us to our trip to Blackshear, Georgia, to go watch some Continental Championship Wrestling last Saturday.
This one was a first for us.
Yes.
We've been able to see how they run their social media game, and thanks Donnie for telling us about this promotion.
Yeah. He's been hitting us hard that we need to check it out.
So it was great to actually go see it. One of the matches that we saw in the first one was Bryce Maddox versus Gino Adonis.
Mm-hmm.
And in this one, the Machine. What was your thought process on the Machine coming out?
I was impressed. I let me just start with this. They've got a great setup there. Their ring entrance area, clearly there. They don't have the lights on all the time. I mean, I'm talking about the little things in the production, because we've been to ones where they've got flashing lights, and even when the wrestlers are going, the match is happening. The light, this is distracting as someone in the audience while I'm watching the match. But the Machine, I think this is a first match. I thought this was a nice one to get the crowd warmed up on that one. I think that's what I would say.
Excellent choice. I mean, I wouldn't disagree with you in the sense that when you're looking at this match or any kind of first match in a wrestling promotion, and you wonder how much they're going to push it to get the crowd involved.
It sets the tone.
It definitely set the tone in this one.
And also, I think we are not as familiar with the storylines that are going on.
No.
With Continental.
And that's one of the things, we'll check out their Facebook.
Mm-hmm.
And then
they've got like a YouTube show with updates what's going on that we need to be a little on top of.
Right. So we'll be on top of that. One of the things that's important about this overall night, and as we get to the other matches, was that it was their Hall of Fame night to celebrate Blaine Rage.
Yes.
Over 20 years in the business.
This was the 30th year they have run this show.
Yeah.
This particular show also.
Yeah. So it was great to see that, how they I guess, appreciate their wrestlers, because you don't see too many companies that go back and say, well, hey, thank you for your service.
Particularly independent promotions, is you have people. I'm a lot of times is you have people that get into the game, and they either like don't stick it out, or they move on up the pecking order there. So it's nice that they kind of had that the shout out to those people that help them get to where they're at right now.
One of the quickest matches, and one that you guys like super, upset about, was the Colby County versus Paul Roberts.
Yeah.
Where we turned one quick way and a guy was grabbing a chair.
Oh, walked right in front of us.
And boom, it was over.
Yes.
But from what we could see, it was over that quick. It was definitely a squash.
I was like, what? I
couldn't help it. I'm sorry, Dave.
No problem. He should know better. Matches going on, you need to go around people. It's not that, an extra couple seconds on his part.
Another one was Kendall Collins versus Miles Blackwell, in which Blackwell walked away with the win.
Yeah.
Definite positive matches there.
Yes.
The one that stole the show for me was the no holds bar tag team title match versus
the hardcore wrestling match.
Yeah. It was Chris Turner and Mike Anthony, the Wild Things, versus Shooter McGee and Daniel Anderson.
Mm-hmm.
Now it's important to talk about this, where we talk about the real Diamond
Exchange.
Exchange.
Yeah, we had a discussion about this.
This is the Diamond Exchange Club out in Blackshear,
No,
Georgia.
the Diamond Exchange.
The Diamond Exchange, yeah. See, they only have to be a club.
Right.
The Diamond Exchange was definitely full of belts.
But I think you called it the Diamond Exchange Club because there was somebody in the bleachers that had said posters they had made that said Diamond Club.
All of them. There was like a good bit. They were just like, but yeah, it's Diamond Exchange. Shooter McGee and Daniel Anderson definitely took their licks in this one, in which the Wild Things were constantly. I thought the Wild Things were going to pull this one off.
I thought too. I mean, it had stop sign, had the table, had some, top rope flippity dippity off there. A lot going on. It was hard to figure out where you needed to be watching. Was it the action inside the ring or outside the ring? And when the action was outside the ring, which side of the ring are you paying attention to?
That's true. And
I'm not saying that is a bad thing. I'm saying that there was a lot going on.
Yeah. Here's a question that I have for you, and maybe wrestlers and promoters will be able to answer this.
Yeah.
What's the perfect way to do a hardcore match? Because obviously, you want to go outside. But if you're in a place that doesn't allow for 360 view because of elevation,
yeah,
how do you pull it off? Or what's the right way to go about it?
I mean, we've seen. I'm flashing back to the Shark Mako versus. You remember that at Mathis?
Versus J2 Strong.
J2 Strong.
That was on a stage, yeah.
That was on a stage.
And we were...
But that also came out of the audience, and that was on the theater side.
Right, and we couldn't see that part.
So, I mean, I don't think there is a right answer to it, because, I mean, I think even if you see a hardcore match, and like if you think ECW, not all of that is on elevated at the same time. So I just think it's kind of comes with the territory.
Right.
No matter where you're going to be sitting, you're going to miss some part of the action. Just due to limited view, because you have the ring is in the way, or somebody's on the other side, or you've got somebody taller than you standing in front of you, or whatever. And as I stated earlier, you've got action going on all around you. Where do you pay attention?
Definitely true.
I don't know. That would be my response to it. I think that's a difficult it's a difficult answer.
Just leaving it out there. Maybe the followers and listeners will give us an answer.
Right on.
We saw Cody Knight beat Cobra Singh. And then one of the big matches, the second one, or highlight for me, was the 3-way for the Continental Championship Wrestling heavyweight title. Darren Drummond, champion entering. Landon Cruz versus Cecil Andrews. And that's when we sat behind Darren Drummond's family, or his hardcore fan base.
Oh yeah, because they all pulled out their phones.
And they were they had the shirts, parental advisory. They were hype. As a champion, I think coming into it, you see some form of, if you're a heel, there's going to be that arrogance. But he's just like, yeah, you can boo me, but I'm still going to prove that I'm the best wrestler out here.
Correct.
This was another one of the Diamond Exchange members and Cecil Andrews trying to win. So I thought that was pretty interesting. In the end, one of the things that we saw in this case was Landon winning the title. But crazy things have happened. And in this case, what we got was one half of the Wild Things. Chris Turner comes out, raises Landon hands in the air, like, congratulations.
Yeah.
Clotheslines him. And then Cecil cashed in his 2021 Ruler of the Ring policy and won the belt from Landon.
That's like two shows in a row where you saw somebody cash in something that
Right.
allows them to immediately challenge for a belt.
Lets you know you got to have patience.
Well, you got to pay attention to the storyline.
Yeah. You got to pay attention, and then it's also, I'd say, up to us to, I guess, push that one.
Yeah.
One match that I forgot to
Yeah.
pull in. Family Feud match, Blaine Rage versus Cole Cabana. Not Cole Cabana. Cole Bohannon.
Boom, boom, cabana.
Yeah. And this one I got to say, because it went about, I'd say, 20, 25 minutes,
Yeah.
in which Blaine Rage, over 20 years of wrestling, still has it. Proves.
And he was coming in injured.
Yeah, stomach. He said the doctors cleared him to wrestle. But you saw after Cole definitely took a liking to making sure that he felt those hits in the stomach region.
He was working the weakness,
Yeah.
his Achilles heel.
I was surprised to see him get up that high.
Yeah.
And like he was still, Blaine still got up that high after this long. So
Will that feud continue is the question. I guess we're going to have to pay attention to what the Continental Championship Wrestling news.
it'll be interesting to see if it does.
Most definitely.
Yeah.
And then we had the unofficial. I want to say the unofficial. That's the wrong way to say it. It's the third member of the Professors of Wrestling went down to Orlando.
Andrew and Elizabeth, they're
Yes.
starting to love wrestling. And so they're going and they went to Movement Championship Wrestling. And they told me they saw some of our familiar friends. Catalina Perez.
Yeah.
You saw Alexi Gomez. And then David Ali and David Mercury. All winners in our thing. They said it was a good show. That they would definitely suggest going back. And that they'll be there for the next show. So maybe we'll have to join them on that
I
one.
don't know, Orlando. That's a drive.
What's a drive when you're with friends, Dave?
I know. I'm just saying.
A drive when you're with friends.
I'm saying on there. So I think that's wrapping up our show.
Yeah, we'll get to that extra credit. I'll look at the
Let's get together and watch a coal miner's glove on a pole match.
Right. You all let us know if you find one, and we'll maybe drop one throughout the week. This is a reminder that we want to be Taco Bell famous. So remember, subscribe to the YouTube page. We are working on new content for 2021. We like the Facebook page, and we hope that you'll like the Facebook page and let us know what you think and provide us with feedback and suggestions.
I need to add we're working on something new as soon as it comes out. So, and I'm just going to keep it at that until it's all finished and done, ready to go.
Sounds good.
It's a tease. It's a tease.
It's a tease. Follow us on Instagram at the Professors of Wrestling. Share it all. Spread the word. I'm on Twitter at D2Paper.
I'm on Instagram at Just a Professor.
And thank you for listening.